Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hope everybody's having a happy Tuesday. I was about to say happy hump day, man. I used to do these on Wednesday. What is going on? We got five real homies in the crib, as you can see from the screen. We had to take it back, man, but we had to make some changes. The passcode to success. It's like a PIN number, but this is not a debit card. It is 247365, meaning we stay grinding 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And as you can see, we play to win. And you do have all the channels of the Points Blank Network on the screen. Without any further ado, let me go ahead and come up in this thing and see what we got going on. Who up in here, who ready to learn, who came to chit chat, and what it do. Welcome to Points Blank Travel. It's your boy Rod. I am the host that sometimes does the most. Seems like it's been a minute since I've been on PBT. Let me turn my ringer off, man. I always miss it. I added some more lights and it's still flickering, man. This thing got me dizzy. Hey, as you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about a credit card. It seems like it's been a minute since your boys talked about a credit card. I've been talking about debit cards and Southwest debit cards and been on investment channels and interviewing people. But man, today we're going to take it back, y'all. We're going to take it back. We're going to talk about a credit card. And I got a little surprise for y'all. Not only am I going to just talk about a credit card, but I'm going to give you some insights and I'm going to take you on the journeys that I typically take you on. And before we go any further, allow me to reintroduce myself. Hey, welcome to Points Blank Travel, everyone. My name is Rod, and on this channel, we talk about credit. We talk about credit cards. We talk about points, miles, cash back, personal finance, and how to travel around the world or around the country for little or no money out of your pocket. Just a little disclaimer, I haven't paid for a trip since 2017, so I definitely know what I'm talking about. And with all that being said, do your boy a favor, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, make sure you select all so you don't miss out on future content. And with all that being said, y'all know what time it is. Let's roll, baby. Let's get down to business, man. Let me make sure my comm is working. Let me just do something here, make sure they working. Oh, man, I see what's going on. Oh, no. Hold on, man. I think I see what's going on. Oh, boy, this can't be really happening here. Let me look at something here. I think I see. No, that can't be. Let me look. I may have to, boy, if I had to come out and go. No wonder I ain't seeing no comments, man. Hopefully this don't mess up nothing. I am going to have to do one quick thing, though. I don't want to. Let me try this. Let me try this. I think I see what's going on here, man. I ain't never had that happen. But hey, you live and learn. There we go. It was one little setting. All right, now let me try this. I'm glad I did that. I was being funny, man. There we go. What's going on, me today? All right, we got Letitia. Hey, okay, man. We ain't worried about all that, man. We ain't worried about all that. Now we really real now, man. I'm over here. I got the thing set to private over here in public over there. I ain't never seen it do that. But anyway, hey, man, there's a lot going on right now. I don't even really know how many people are flying. I don't know how many people are traveling. I know we had the holidays coming up. We have Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. Other holidays mixed in between, depending on what you got going on. What's up, your favorite couple in the building? But what I want to see is, with me being in a DFW in Dallas-Fort Worth, I am in an American Airlines hub city, meaning that everybody fly to Dallas, but every airline has a hub, meaning they have a central location where they exchange flights and they may have a base there. And DFW is the headquarters for American Airlines. So I said, I need to maximize my points. And recently, how much money have I spent? And I know, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure YFC may or may not, they may or may not have an American Airlines card in their arsenal. I'm not sure, but how many times have I went to a restaurant or a grocery store or a gas station, whipped out my American Airlines card, my Citi, Platinum Select, World Elite, American Airlines MasterCard. That's a whole damn mouthful. They should give me some extra points just for being able to remember all that, but they didn't. But anyway, so I'm getting 2 times the points. So I'm ready to travel. And if I got a ticket that's 30,000 points, I got to spend 15 stacks. And for the people in the back, that's 15,000, 15 grand, 15, whatever we want to call it. And that's a lot of money. So I said, man, I got to come up with a better way. And then Citi came up with this way where you can get you could transfer Citi thank you points over to American Airlines. And then if you have one of their what they call premier cards or annual fee cards, you can transfer over at a 1-to-1 ratio. If you have the no annual fee cards like the Citi Custom Cash, which I have, the Double Cash, which I have, you can do a 1,000 point to 700-mile transfer. But I found the thing, man, and I'm getting ready to share my screen. I don't want to waste time. Again, this is all about the viewer experience. And here we are. There it is, y'all, the Citi Strata Premier MasterCard that is not an American Airlines card. Let's get that straight. It doesn't say American Airlines anywhere. No. But your boy's getting ready to take you on a journey. And I can tell you right now, class is in session. We are going to, and I'm going to not try to sound and go all fast and sound like I know all this, that, and the third. We're going to take it easy, go as slow as you need, as we need to. If y'all see something or hear something you don't quite understand, throw it in the comments. I have no problem repeating it. It's better to ask now than to go apply for this card and then find out something that you didn't know. And I'm going to go through some of this small print because that's where the good stuff be at. But right now it says earn 60,000 bonus points after spending. I always like to highlight this, $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. I don't drop gems. I don't drop nuggets. We drop boulders over here, ladies and gentlemen. We drop boulders. We hit you smack dab upside the head. First boulder of the night, account opening is not the date that you get the card in the mail and call that little number and activate it or go online or go to the mobile app. No, it is the day or the night that you were approved. That's when you open an account. So if at all possible, you want to see if you can expedite the shipping of the card. They won't charge you. They'll send it via UPS, FedEx, DHL, Amazon. No, I'm kidding, man. It's usually UPS or FedEx. Excuse me. And it's redeemable for $600 in gift cards, or you can do that if you ain't got no trip coming up. You can get $600 in gift cards or travel rewards and thank you points. And I can tell you 60,000 points should be enough for 2 round trip flights in main cabin or 1 flight with you and your significant other, your homeboy, your homegirl, whoever you want to roll with. But what I'm going to point out, notice how they got this 60,000 in big, humongous, I can't see letters. I don't even know what font this is. But then over here in the itty bitty, I can see, but I ain't even looking at that little bitty writing. They got this here. It says $95 annual fee. I want to let y'all know right off the bat, this card is going to cost you. But on this channel, we don't just talk about the annual fee. Hey, it's $95 annual fee. No, we're going to talk about what we call, I didn't make it up. Somebody in the credit card world made it up. Effective annual fee. And what that is the annual fee of $95 minus the perks. And what we get once we subtract that is the effective annual fee. Now you got all this other little stuff. Now you can't get the bonus if you've had this card or Citi Premier or the Citi Strata Premier, which is a new card. So you couldn't have had it. But if you had the Citi card and got a bonus in the last 48 months or 4 years, you're not eligible for that. So moving right along. Here we go. Here goes some more of this big old writing. But your boy gonna break it down. Now you will get a $100 annual hotel benefit. I'm like, whoa, effective annual fee covered. That's the first thing that came to my mind. It's covered. If my annual fee is $95 and I subtract 100 from 95, I'm $5 in the positive. But this is where y'all, man, this is where I tell everybody that watch this channel, read the little bitty writing. This big, beautiful writing is good, but this is where the meat meets the potatoes or the fish meet the whatever you're eating. I don't know. Once per calendar year, enjoy $100 off a single hotel stay of $500 or more, excluding taxes and fees when booked through Citi Travel. Woo, that's a mouthful. Now that's a boulder. That ain't no rod boulder. That's a boulder because the average person that go get this card, go lollipop their butt up in a hotel, use this card, get a $200 room and thinking it's going to cost $100, but they ain't going to get no credit. Why? They got a $200 hotel room. It said right here, $500 or more. They went to the hotel and booked it. They didn't go through cititravel.com. You got to do all that to be able to take advantage of the $100 annual benefit. Moving right along. Now, this is where it get pretty, man. Now we go. I think we about to get to the real deal. We got through We'd have tiptoed through the tulips and all the trash they had around us, trying to fool us. But reward every facet of your life. Now, 10x, 3x, 3x. We gonna just go over. With 10x, you'll earn 10 points per $1 spent on hotels, car rentals, and attractions. Disneyland, Universal Studios. I don't know if the state fair account, you might want to check, or the city fair or whatever. But it's got to be booked through citytravel.com. There you go. So if you go and look for the I wouldn't want to say no certain location. If you go look for an attraction that's in a small location, a small town, if you don't see it on City Travel, you're probably not going to get 10x. Now, I usually don't use that. I usually go straight through the hotel. I don't rent cars or attractions. And I would do that, but I haven't done it. I haven't been to an attraction since I've been doing this. All right, earn 3 points per $1 spent on air travel and other hotel purchases. Notice it didn't say City Travel. So now, if you go through City, you're going to get 10 times the points. But if you go straight through the airline or the hotel, you're going to get 3 times. That's still not bad. Keep in mind, I want y'all, I can't see who's coming right now because I'm on a totally separate screen. So, but I want y'all to keep in mind right now, 2 times the points for every dollar spent on an American Airlines card. We're already exceeding that, but I just want y'all to keep that in mind. 2 times the point, American Airlines card. Right now, we're talking about the Citi Strata Premier. It's not an American Airlines card, but Rod is going to show you some magic here in a minute. Get ready, Rod Copperfield, Rod Goldfield, or whatever. Anyway, 3 times the points, earning 3 times the points per dollar spent at restaurants. I'm glad they finally stopped putting all that dining in, taking out, and all that whoop-de-whoop. Restaurant, man, even Uber Eats and all that, DoorDash, you'll get 3 times the points. And you'll get 3 times the points per dollar spent at supermarkets. Be careful here. It doesn't say it, but I'm going to talk to y'all. Can I talk to the people in the back? A lot of times, supermarkets exclude Target, Walmart, Sam's Club, and that other place, Costco. Those are wholesale clubs or what they call super centers. They're not considered supermarkets because they sell a whole bunch of other stuff. They got half the store that's groceries and half the store that's everything else under the sun. And you'll get 3 times the points at gas and EV charging stations. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, forget an effective annual fee. I can tell you right now for Rock, and you'll get 1 times the points for all other purchases for every dollar spent. For me, having an American Airlines card, I once had a American Airlines executive card, which was like a $450 annual fee. When I got it, it went to $555, $95, and then it went right on out the door. I couldn't mess with that. But anyway, looking at this, this is telling me I got every major category on lock. I got restaurants, supermarkets, and gas. And I know from being a Citi card holder, and I'm getting ready to talk to y'all, bolder number, whatever we're on right now. Let's say you're not traveling. You're still killing the game with this card because you could take your thank you points, 1 point equal 1 cent, and you could transfer those for cash into your bank account until you're ready to travel. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking my Citi custom cash, I'm putting half of it and purchasing American Airlines miles, and I'm taking the other half and I'm throwing it in Robinhood and buying stocks and stuff and trying to see if I can flip that. I mean, but I got a scientific lab going over here. Don't try to do what I'm doing because it can give you a headache. Just a little warning. Now, with this card, you will get trip delay protection, trip cancellation, interruption protection. It's almost like an airline card. Lost or damaged luggage, master rental coverage, car rental. Now, this is talking about how you redeem those points I was talking about. So, redeem thank you points how you want. Citi Travel. You can use points to secure travel by booking flights hosted. We already talked about that earlier, but you could transfer. This is where I want. Shop with points. It's Amazon, CVS is not typically a good redemption. If that's your thing, go ahead and do it. Gift cards, cash back. Cash back is cool. Redeem your 60,000 points for 6. See, and I'm going to tell y'all an easy way to remember this. See where I am right here? Let me go ahead and highlight this here. Well, it won't let me on. Let me see if I can go a bit here. There you go. Y'all see right here? I'm going to show y'all an easy way to do this. See where it says 60,000? put a period, decimal, whatever you want to call it, whatever you call it in your geographical location. Put a period here, go over 2 spaces, 1, 2, wherever that period is, and that's how much money you got. Notice I'm at 600, period or decimal, 00, $600. Man, I had to go back to the 3rd grade to figure out how to do that, but and that was a long time ago. Anyway, back to this. So let's get back to this transfer in the airline program. So let's just do some math. If it's taking me 30,000 points, and I just want y'all to see the math, but not saying you got to do this. If it take 30,000 points to take a round trip flight, and I don't know what it is. I'm just using round numbers. If I'm getting 2 times the points, I got to spend 15 grand. However, if I'm getting 3 times the points, I only got to spend 10 grand. Tell me this card is not better. Now, I will tell you the difference in the two, where you're going to miss out on, just so y'all don't go and say, well, Rod didn't say it, because Rod about to say it. Make sure there's nothing else I want to talk about. And I am going to put it right here, because this is where it is actually important. Right here where it says lost or damaged luggage with the Citi Platinum Select Card, American Airlines Advantage Platinum Select Card, you will get free, your first check bag free. With this card, it has nothing to do with it, but you're going to pay for those check bags. You're going to pay for them. Now, would it make sense to maybe have both? That's depending on your financial situation. But if you think about it, if you don't want this and say, no, I just like my American Airlines card, I have a Platinum Select, I want people to stop looking at that $99 annual fee, because that's the annual fee for the Platinum Select Citi Advantage card, and think about the effective annual fee. If you take one flight, that's $30. Round trip, I think it's $35. $35 round trip is $70. 99 minus 79, your effective annual fee is $29. You take a second trip, that card is paid for itself, and you're in the positive. If you get this card, you're going to pay for your luggage. So pack light, take a carry-on, you good to the gravy, baby. Well, there it is, man. And this, I will tell you, this card is on my radar. I haven't pulled the trigger on a card in a long time, and this card is definitely on my radar. And I am really, really, really thinking about it would, and I see them coming. YouTube experiment, thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this here. And let me jump in these comments real quick. Man, it's a light night, but I know it's a couple of different lives going on right now. So, hey, sorry about that earlier, man, with all right. So hello, Rod. How you doing tonight? What's up, JR Hill? Thank you for being here, man. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, PPT? Peace to the chat. What's up, man? Part of the Alliance. Thank y'all for being here, man. They got a book coming out here in the very near future. Make sure y'all be able to look out. As soon as I get word on that, I'll definitely give you more information on that. And I mean, I said, let's roll, baby. Hey, man, we back in them old days, man, taking it back. What's up? Letitia says, hey, Rod and Chad, how you doing? And it's some dude named Points Blank Travel speaking to everybody. I'm glad I did that. I usually don't do that. Now it just give me one more thing to check. Good evening, Rod and Points Blank Travel. Listen in. What's up? Your favorite couple, part of the Alliance as well. And that's it for the comments, I think, man. And these little things. So that's 5. Oh, no, it's not. Yo, man, I knew it wasn't. All right. YFC, yo, hi. Oh, and YouTube Spirit. So I'm working on the sign-up bonus now on the Citi Strata Premiere. I remember you saying that in another live, man. Hey, how do you like it so far, YouTube Experiment? Just, I mean, whether you transferred or not, just the ease of having that card, using it. It's really a one-stop shop card. I mean, you hit the big 3. You hit gas, groceries, and restaurants. Those are the big 3. And then if you couple in and get another card like the Citi Custom Cash, and maybe you do your utilities and all that, man, you could be rolling. I added another card to the mix today, not a credit card, but I'm doing some other stuff, and I'm gonna bring it to the table because I am gonna be using these scenarios for travel. So, and your favorite couple speaking to me, I said, what it do? AA has an easier sub if you enter a code. Okay, they have an easier sub. American Airlines has an easier sub sign-up bonus, which is sub, if you enter a code. If you had a code, let me know, man. What up, Devin? Longtime channel member says, hey, Rod, how are you? Thank you for being here, man. I am doing well. Last Thursday, I got $1.5 thousand CLI. Y'all, I'm going to break these acronyms down just like I broke the one down. SUB is a sign-up bonus. CLI is credit limit increase. So last Thursday, Devin is on a streak, y'all. 17 live, no, more than that, probably 115 live streams consecutive with a credit limit increase. I don't know if it's been that many. I don't keep up with it. But hey, Devin said he got them credit limit increase. Hey, which card, man? I'm curious. I always got to ask, how's everyone doing and how's everyone night going? Mine is going well, man. Thank you for asking. Get a bunch of custom cash cards and it will get easier to pair with this card. And custom cash, let me break that down. Let me tell y'all what YouTube Experiment is talking about. And that is actually, yeah, I do have my, man, unbelievably, I never used to have my wallet with me, but, and here it is. I gotta cover up my name here. I gotta get it right. That is a Citi Custom Cash Card. That's the card he's talking about. No annual fee, and this card is a beast. This card here, that's what I should get. I should get, what's that dude there, Shrek put on it or something. I mean, you know, they had them with cards because this card right here, I'm telling y'all, man, 5 times the points or 5% cash back, whatever you want to call it. They're going to talk about 5 times the points because it's thank you points, or they may say 5% cash back. But it's anywhere you spend it the most. And this is, I've been kind of sometimes using this when I don't feel like figuring out, then I use it as a one-stop card, one-stop shop card, because no matter where I use it at the end of the billing cycle, whether it's gas, groceries, restaurants, whichever one shake out the most, I'm gonna get 5 there. But I'm only gonna get 1 times the points everywhere else. And that just don't sit too cool with me. So moving right along. All right. Devin says, my Shop Your Way MasterCard was rebranded yesterday. It's now the Citi Thank You MasterCard with similar rewards. Wow, I got to look for that. Okay, they rebranded it. I mean, I need to do a video. I just did a video on the Shop Your Way card, and it's doing very well. So, all right. And Devin says, I've been busy comparing laptops and MacBooks. Devin, you always busy at MacBooks because I can't hear anything. I can't hear using apps like Zoom with my current laptop due to possibly. Yeah, man. Yeah, if you got Zoom, unless you got, what they call that little stuff, a closed caption. You can put, but you might be a little slow with that one. I wouldn't do that, Devin. I would say, man, I use a MacBook for my live. I'm all Apple, iPhone, iPad. And right now I'm using a MacBook to go live. And I like it because of I don't have to worry about the issues of viruses and all that. And we got Karina in the house. What's going on? Karina says, hey, Rod, how are you? Thank you for tapping in. You said you was going to be here and you made it. All right, YouTube Experience. I was a little disappointed that as soon as I got approved a few days later, the AA credit card offered for 1,000 spend. DOC, which is Doctor of Credit, mentioned it as well as other creators. Code is all zeros. You know how many zero? Well, I guess just put all zero until you run out of room. So you can get a American Airlines credit card. Do you know how much the offer is for YouTube Experiment? Is it for more than $60,000? I mean, 60,000 miles. It's a special link they give out on AA flights. Now my question is, man, I don't want to put that out there, man, because they call it clawback. And I don't want to be the reason, y'all, man. Y'all do your homework, Because I have seen where people will take advantage of this and find a loophole and go and put in a code that wasn't meant. They ain't even been on no flight. and America is not crazy, whoever. So if you haven't been on a flight, yet you got a code that was only given out on AA flights, be careful. The only reason I say that because when I say clawback, it may be cool now. And they don't talk about it as much as they did when I first got in the points and miles game. You'll do the $1,000 spend. Let's say they give you 50,000 miles. And here it is, the beginning of November. And you plan to take a trip leaving December 27th, going from Dallas to New York. Or no, forget that. Dallas to the West Coast where it's warm. Dallas to San Diego. You're getting ready to go there. You get ready to book your flight on you're leaving the 22nd. With points and miles usually don't matter, but let's say around December, I don't know, 4th, 5th, you get ready to book your flight. Get ready to book your flight, and you go into your American Airlines account, and you got like 2,000 or say 1,000 miles or 2,000 miles or 3,000 miles, whatever the multiplier was for you spending that grand, and that's it. You don't have the 50,000 because you got it. They gave it to you. You had it, but they clawed it back. They took it back from you because a code was using that you wasn't even a part of. Okay. So I don't know if YouTube Experiment heard all that, but hey, YouTube Experiment, I was just telling everybody about the clawback, man. Make sure y'all be careful with that, because right here, now I was good, but when I see that it was a link they give out on AA flights, so just make sure if that's the case, just you could do it, but you might want to don't let that be your sole thing that you're depending on when you get ready to take that flight, because if they claw it back, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Well, not really, you just pay for it. All right, Devin says it was on my Community Bread Rewards Amex card, which is similar to the old Amex Everyday card. Okay, you got the 1.5 credit limit, 1.5 or $1,500 credit limit increase on your every time I see that, the bread card. I just think about OGs, man, in the 70s. Hey, you got some bread, young? All right, man. I did see that, though. I saw that bank somewhere that you mentioned. 80,000, so you get 80,000 miles with $1,000 spend in 3 months. So with this offer that YouTube Experiment is talking about, it's all zeros. You apply for the card, put the code in, and they should show you an offer of 80,000 miles, $1,000 in spend. Maybe they gave it out on flights, but hey, whoever get lucky, maybe whoever had it on a flight gave it to a friend. I don't know. It's always a way around the way. Normally, I think it's 3.5 or $3,500 spend for the AA card. Yeah, you got to think, if it's $4,000 spend to get 60,000 miles on the Citi Premier card, $3,500 to get 80,000 miles. It doesn't sound like it would make sense, but it would, because it's an AA or American Airlines co-branded credit card. So yeah, it would make sense. When I have my Zoom meetings, I have Wednesday. Wait, hold on. Let me read this again. When I have my Zoom meetings, I have Wednesday throughout the year. I can pretty much hear in the right speaker and not well on the left side, and the speakers are on the. Oh my goodness, man! That's like, hey David, that's like a boy, man. That's what they should actually they pull you over after 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning. Let me read that again, man. When I get what you're saying, but I just got to make sure I ain't messed it up. So when you have your Zoom meetings, you have them on Wednesday throughout the year. You can hear it with the right speaker, but not too good on the left speaker. And the speakers are on the bottom of the laptop. Yeah, the laptop wasn't designed right. So whether you had good speakers or not, if the speaker's on the bottom, Devin, I don't know what kind of laptop you got, man, but I would get me another one, man. That don't even sound like it's gonna work right, bro. I mean, I don't know. And it is a Citi Platinum Select on World Elite MasterCard. But the Premier is a good card. I can see keeping it around. Reminds me of the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Yeah, but you know what? I think it's better, man, because I have the Sapphire Preferred. I think this one is better. Reason being, now, I like the well, not really, because the only transfer partner I really use with Chase is World of Hyatt. I don't use Southwest. I don't use United. So, but you're only going to get 3 times the points with the Sapphire Preferred, basically at restaurants. You don't get it at groceries unless there's some kind of program or something. Excuse me, or at gas stations. But you can use the Freedom Flex or the Freedom Unlimited in conjunction. But if I just had to have one card, this Premier, it just really depends on what all you do. But from the surface, the Premier looks like a better card than the Sapphire Preferred. From the surface, but it depends on it. They used to say your miles may vary. I never did say that. I thought it was kind of corny, but I'm just gonna say it depends on your situation. Whatever your situation is. I have a 2-in-1. What? You have a 2? Oh, okay. I got you now. I'm like, man, what is that, dude? So you have a 2-in-1 LG computer that's called a Gram. Okay, man, I thought you. Yeah, yeah, yep. Facts. Both Citi and Chase work best with multiple cards. Yeah, because I'm running a trifecta right now. May as well tell you I ain't did a what's in my card or what's in my wallet card. I got the Freedom Unlimited. I just show you because you can't see nothing. I have the get out here. The Freedom Unlimited, the World of High, the Citi, Custom Cash, Freedom Flex, a card with a dog on it, U.S. Bank Cash Plus, and my PayPal card. And some more cards in the cut. So those aren't the only ones. I'm running a pretty deep lineup, only because I'm testing out a bunch of stuff. I'm actually doing more mobile wallet stuff. I should be getting the Citi Advantage Platinum Select World. I ain't reading all that. You should be getting the Citi Advantage Platinum Select card due to the ending of the card with the Barclay. Yeah, because and I never thought that made sense anyway. Because they had and I know Amex does it with Chase, where they have the Marriott Amex cards and the Chase Amex card. I mean, the Amex Marriott cards and the Chase Marriott cards. But when American Airlines used both Citi, and I had both. I had the business Barclays, and I got rid of that, and I had the business Citi and the personal Citi. I mean, I was just losing my mind. Yeah, car. Yeah, it is. It's a Discover. I knew what it was. Yeah, I just was messing around. Yeah, I got one of my initials, but I was gonna get this little dog, man, until I found out how bad he was. So it's a Westie. I was gonna get one of these, man, and I watched some videos. So I just said, forget it. Next card I get, I don't know what it's gonna have on it. It won't have no little dog. Maybe I should. All right, y'all. A couple of things I did want to talk about while we got 5 real homies in here, man. I'm gonna shift over, and if y'all have any questions or comments about any credit card out there, any program, throw it in the comments. If I don't know, I have this friend called Google where I can look it up. But just because I pick a topic and I'm talking about the Citi Strata Premier, we can talk about any card that you've added to your arsenal that you may have a question about, you're kind of unsure about. If you have questions about the Platinum, American Express Platinum card, what do I feel about that? I do have a video. I know Tanya, my co-host from my other channel, the Points Blank Experience, she asked me offline about that. And I may be, I will be doing a video on that. She asked me, she said she was waiting to see what my thoughts was on it. So I'm going to look at my phone here because I have some notes in here that I kind of wanted to go over. Now, notice I talked about the holidays and I talked about traveling. And I talked about points and miles. And we always talk about points and miles on here. But I'm going to talk to the people. Both of my Discover Designs are cities, which are LA and Dallas. Cool. Which Citi card should I get next? Citi Advantage Platinum Select or Custom Cash? Now, if you already have a Custom Cash, if you can stomach that $99 annual fee, I would get the Citi Advantage card because then you can take the Custom Cash. You don't even have to. Only thing I would really use that Citi Advantage card for, to be honest, is when I fly, I would, just because I'm a card holder, I'm going to get my check bag free if I know I'm flying more than once that year, because $60 times twice is $120, $99 annual fee, you're at $20, $21 in the green. So I would definitely look at the Citi Advantage card because I'm pretty sure you have multiple custom cash. I wouldn't get another custom cash if I already have one. I would probably roll with the airline card. Devin says YouTube, same here. I got them when it was a U.S. Airways dividend mile. Wow, that was way back when. Annual fee waive for the. Yeah, I would definitely go with the American Airlines then, because what is it gonna hurt after the first year? If you don't like it, downgrade it to the mile up card, cancel it, whatever, and then you still rolling. So now, what I was gonna say, man, if you are getting ready to travel with everything that's going on, and one thing that I would ask myself right now, and this is Rod talking to Rod, what position is this trip I'm getting ready to take going to put me in? Now, and I'm thinking not because I'm going to see my family on a holiday, but let's just say I booked a trip last year before all this mess happened. Last year I booked a trip. It's a Gucci, bro. Yeah, look at it's a Gucci wallet, Jr. Um, but let's say I know it's a lot of cruises, especially they'll book a cruise a year in advance because that's when you get the best deals. And then when you get ready to go a year later, I mean, as we see now, it's a whole different scenario than it was a year ago. They wasn't talking about no SNAP benefits and shutdowns and all this other stuff that's going on. So one thing I would ask myself, the trip that I planned last year, if I take it, will it put me in a bind this year? And if it will, I'm going to be on the phone. I'm not talking about seeing family and holidays, but I'm just talking about other stuff. I'm going to be on the phone, probably canceling that, or maybe, saying, hey, I reschedule it when things get better, because I have done a lot of things where I've lived in regret. Let's say I take a trip knowing that if anything else happened, I'm not prepared for it. I'm not ready for it. If anything else happened, I'm not ready, but I'm going to have fun on this trip. And one of the things I want to say, and I hopefully by saying this, I don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers. I just want people to think memories are great. I wish I would have taken more pictures. I wish I would have recorded more stuff with the old school VCR camcorder, whatever they used to call it. I wish I would have had more memories to look back on. But memories are fine. But while you're making those memories and when you come back, you still have to be able to pay your bills. Because I can tell you, man, whether it's the energy company, the water company, the phone, whoever, they're not going to care that you have a memory. Everybody right now just want their money. Nobody's caring about anybody. So I just kind of want people to, and I don't have to be the dead horse because I'm probably going to do a whole live stream on this on one of my other channels. Now, this is probably one of the most serious things that I thought about today as I was preparing for this live, which when I say prepared, it really don't take me much to prepare. So, but I have to get into a mental state. If you have children or you have young people that depend on you, like you're a guardian or a role model, if they're old enough, talk to them about what's going on right now. Talk to them about, I'm not saying go 12th grade on them and talk about the whole shutdown, but give them a bird's eye view of what's going on. Hey, it's some stuff going on right now with the government that's affecting the money and jobs, and prepare them so when you're at a mall or looking at Amazon or wherever you may be at Walmart or whatever, and your child or that person that look up to you want that little Spider-Man or baby doll, Barbie doll, and you say, well, we can't get that right now, they may already be prepared and not even ask for that. Then there's no you feeling bad, they crying, they butt hurt. It's a lot to all of that. My mother started explaining stuff that I'm glad she did. At the time, I didn't really know what the heck she was talking about. But then she made us go figure out what she was talking about. But I remember being 6 years old, having conversations that I probably should have been having when I was 10 or 11. And she didn't wait, She just, and if I didn't understand, it was an understanding to say, I don't understand. And then she would go into more detail. So that's enough of that. If you have children that are old enough, explain to them what's going on right now so you'll save a lot of headache. Last thing I'm going to talk about before I get ready to get out of here, if there's no more comments, man. When it comes to your money right now, if you have money in a bank account, you're probably safe. You're not going to lose any interest. But if you have money invested, I'm not turning this into an investment route. I just want, in case y'all don't go to that channel, I just want y'all that watch this channel to hear me out. If you have money invested, just because everything is going down, don't go take all your money out. I'm not saying don't take any profits. I'm not saying don't take any of your money out. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what Rod would do. I'm not going to take all of my money. When I say take profits, if I bought a stock at $20 and it's now worth $30, I'm not going to sit here and hope it get to 40 when everything around me is falling apart. I may sell some of it at 30 because I paid 20 and not worry about it getting to 40. And then I may leave some in there in case it does get to 40. Hopefully that didn't go over anybody's head. I will be more than happy to say that again. Leave some of it there just in case. And if you have a problem now, don't just run and take it all out because you don't want to miss what we're going through right now. Has happened who knows how many times, and it's going to happen again. I don't know. When I was in the military, I can't remember how many shutdowns I went through. I don't think it was one as bad as this, but there was a lot of. And I remember back in 2020, we all know what happened then. I don't like to talk about it on YouTube because there was some issues with it, but I lost $12,000 in a week. Nobody's prepared for that. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. So what I'm saying right now, and I'm going to do a whole live on probably the Points Blank experience, and I may broadcast to all 3 channels, PBT, Points Blank experience, and Investment with Rod. I haven't made up my mind yet, but it will be given more in-depth things to think about. But hey, man, enough of that. If you got travel coming up, man, I always say on this channel, man, any channel really, other than the Points Blank experience, because we just over there having fun, have a strategy, man. Have a strategy. Matter of fact, it was something else I had over here. Whatever you plan on doing, develop a strategy now. I didn't say implement it. Develop a strategy now. Implement a plan when you can. Now, don't let when you can be Rod's when you can 2-3 years from now. If you can do it, and it may be a little painful 3 months from now, 6 months from now, implement it. When I said develop a strategy, I'm not talking about just investing. If you're talking about taking a trip, what's your strategy to get the points that you need? Don't go and wait till the 23rd hour and buy a bunch of wallets, shoes, watches, baseball caps, and everything else trying to earn these points. Have a strategy. How am I going to get to this flight? I'm going from Dallas to San Diego for Christmas. I'm not, but I'm just saying, this is a scenario. How am I going to get there? Okay, I'm going to use my custom cash card to get 5 times the points. I'm going to transfer that to American Airlines, flight cover. I'm going to use my Chase ecosystem, my Sapphire Preferred at restaurants, my Chase Freedom Flex at, I think it's PayPal or somewhere right now, Walgreens. And I'm going to use my Freedom Unlimited for everything else, 1.5 on all other purchases to build up points to stay at the Hyatt, the Grand Hyatt Manchester, downtown San Diego at the harbor. See, I'm not even going, and I already got a strategy. I'm not even going on this trip, but I have a strategy of how I would do it. And once I knew I was going, implementation starts there. Hopefully it already started because I'm always accumulating points. But now that I have a strategy, I know I'm going in December. I'm going next December. I can implement it now, but what is the cutoff date for me to implement this so it will be an effective strategy to get me to my destination? Not only my destination where I'm really trying to go, but my destination of not spending any of my hard-earned money. That's the whole objective of this channel. Wouldn't you rather get to San Diego and buy some little, little magnets you put on the refrigerator, little palm trees and California states and all that? Or a t-shirt that says San Diego that costs $89 and is really worth $12? I mean, I'm joking, but seriously, man. Or go eat the big old lobster you always wanted to eat and didn't want to because you were in Dallas, but now you're out here on the ocean, you go get you one. Use your money for that stuff. And then while you're at it, earn some more points for the next trip. That's how we rolling over here, man. I could easily come over here, and I have. I can come over here, but everything I've talked about, I pretty much have either done or I knew how to do it. But right now, if develop a strategy, implement it when you can. It's that I can't make it any easier than that. Now, let me make sure my my little uh oh yeah. Let's talk about passive income real quick, in case people don't know about that. And all of this here, you might say, well, what the heck this got to do with points and miles and traveling? Everything. If you have passive income or income you don't have to work for or work hard for, it's going to make that trip that much more enjoyable. I'm here to tell you, because you ain't paid. Boy, I'm telling you, I don't care what kind of time you had, just the fact you ain't paid nothing for it, it's going to make it that much more enjoyable. But just what if you got money? I was at the grocery store the other day. This is a true story. I was at Kroger the other day, and I went to, and if you've been watching my investing channel or even this channel, I don't know what my stuff's going to cost till I get to the cashier. And then I'll transfer to PayPal. I'm getting 5% cash back. I swipe my little card and get the money. Well, I went to do this little old scenario I got going, this little, however I do it. I looked at my phone and I had $99 and some change. And the only reason it wasn't an even 100, it was a fee involved. But this was $100 passive income from a StreamYard referral that I did who knows what year ago. That's passive income. I don't even have to get into stocks and crypto and ETFs. If you have a credit card and your cousin's cousin talking about opening up the same card or open up a card that you know ain't worth nothing, but you got a card, 9 times out of 10, you probably have a referral code. I don't care if you're a content creator or not. You have a referral code. Give your cousin's cousin that referral code. Man, I was at work one day. A dude talked about the Chase Sapphire preferred card. I gave it. I almost got caught slipping on a banana peel. But then I said, oh, man, let me give you my code. He applied, got approved. Now, they got to get approved now. If they don't get approved, you ain't getting nothing. He got approved. Now I got $200 like that, man. Passive income. I use that on my next trip. I'm not special. Yeah, I am. I'm the dude that go watch 1,000 videos and read 500 articles so I can come tell y'all about it so you don't have to do it. If anyone want to see a past history about passive income, Dwayne has one from 5 years ago. Yeah, and Dwayne, in case you don't know, he's actually my mentor on YouTube. I actually followed him a while back. Now, I would watch Dwayne, and Dwayne is a great guy. He and I are actually really good friends. I would watch this from 5 years, even if Rod had one from 3 years ago, and watch one from now. Why am I saying that? What happened 5 years ago when Dwayne did it, 3 years ago when Rod did it, and what's going on today could be 3 different things. I'll give you an example, prime example. My biggest passive income 5 years ago was merch from YouTube. T-shirts, coffee cups, the meeting eyes of your favorite couples and any other content creator here remember those days. Now, I don't even talk about my merch because nobody, that's not what's creating passive income now. What's creating passive income now? Links, offering a service, not just a t-shirt, but a service. You go to Investment Rod, hey, use my link. I get some free stock. You get some free stock. Passive income. But I'm offering quid pro quo, this for that. People don't care about no t-shirt. It changed. So y'all, hopefully y'all get the gist of that. But anyway, man, there it is, y'all. We've been on here 50 minutes and 21 seconds. This is like the club, baby. This is the last call for comments, man. Well, yeah, I do got something to drink. What's this? I had to see what coffee this was, make sure it's the right one. But hey, if y'all have any ideas for any videos or lives that y'all want to see on this channel, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to go ahead and do that real quick for y'all. Also, check out Investing with Rod. That is my other channel. We're over 1,000 subscribers there. Got a little watch time we got to get, and that'll be fully monetized. I'm not really worried about monetization, but what I am worried about it's shared out so we can get that knowledge out there. Every time I turn on my TV, and I'll be honest with y'all, man, lately, if it's not sports or YouTube, I don't even want to see it on TV because it's bad enough to walk around and see it. You see people hungry, you see the prices going sky high, but to come home and turn on the TV and hear about it the rest of the evening, I don't want to do that. So I just rather just not even deal with that. But passive income, man, develop a strategy. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is if you follow me on Investing with Rod, or you even follow me on Instagram, you'll hear me talk about getting to the bag, keeping the bag, all that. And that's fine and dandy. But right now, if I was Rod or I was whoever was listening and watching this, I wouldn't worry about the bag. I wouldn't worry about a milli or a billy. And in case you don't know, that's a million or a billion. I wouldn't even worry about that. What I would do is I would worry about a emergency fund. It used to be 3 months to 6 months emergency, like whatever your bills are times 3 times 6. It's now time it's 6 to 9 months. I would be worried about that before the milli or the billy. If you're watching the Investing with Rod channel, I made some moves today just to get one more percentage point in a kind of like a savings account. I normally wouldn't do nothing like that, but right now I believe everything counts. Everything is important. Every dollar counts. And somebody, I forgot who I was talking to, was talking about, my brother. My brother and I was talking yesterday. And I never thought about this, man. But this is why I like talking to people. And we didn't plan this conversation. We just was talking about football and everything else, college football, pro football. And some kind of way we got on the whole snap thing. And one of the things I said, and I'm gonna close out this live stream with this. We got on the conversation of snap. And I say, a lot of times if it doesn't affect us, we don't really think about it. And then he said, that's right. He said, but it may affect everybody. I said, well, I'm a firm believer. If it don't affect you directly, it may indirectly affect you. He said, well, I'll give you a prime example. And this is just my brother and I. He's 3 years younger. We just having a nerd conversation. I don't know. But he broke it down, and I never thought about this. Here it is, the finance guy. I never thought about this. He said, well, these grocery stores like Kroger, where you have your stock in, and Walmart or whoever else to sell groceries, or Tom Thumb or wherever, Safeway, they get a kickback when people use these EBT cards or whatever they call them nowadays, SNAP cards. I don't even know what they call them anymore. And if they don't have those and they're not getting that kickback, they got to make up for that money. How they gonna make up for the money? Us. They gonna raise the prices again. The prices gonna be raised because we ain't getting the kickback from the benefits. And it's just a vicious cycle, man. Head on a swivel, baby. I would put my head on a swivel. All right, Devin says, I've been following the news on Snap because I've been getting it for about 6 years. Yes, it's called EBT cards. Okay. And y'all, there it is. There's a channel member that's in here saying they've been getting Snap for 6 years. Devin, I mean, if you don't know, you put it out there. So I'm going to ask, man, you put it out there. Has it affected you and maybe to what extent, or did it affect you? Has it affected you? I mean, it may be a crazy question, or how has it affected you? Maybe a better question. And I'm not perfect, so I apologize in advance if I worded that improperly. So let me know, man. But there it is, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm a firm believer. Just because I ain't in a predicament right now, boy, I'm 2 skips and a hop from being in a bad situation myself. I'm a firm believer in that. You could be over here on the high road today and barely make it in tomorrow. Why do I say that? Because I've been there. I know what it's like. I've been on Mount Everest. I ain't really been there. I don't even like heights. I done had all the money you can imagine. I'd have been broke as a joke. And anyway, y'all, Devin, I'm waiting on you, man. And matter of fact, I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes, Devin. I mean, if you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I don't want to keep people here, but I just want to know, had it affected you? Matter of fact, let me. I had reached out, and it may have been too late. I was communicating with someone today, and I was going to see if they wanted to join me on this live for about 10 minutes. And they talk about points and miles as well. So we ain't going to be on here talking about all this stuff. This is the stuff that was on my mind. And hey, if you're not following me on Instagram, man, you might want to start. And I don't care about no followers. I don't think I don't care about getting paid on there. It's just funny to me, man, because I'm starting to remember that my phone is got cameras and videos and all that. Like I got who the hell see a Kool-Aid machine, man? I was at a place, they had a whole Kool-Aid machine, grape, stroke, or fruit punch or something like that. But you're gonna see some stuff, because if I run into it, I'm putting it out there. The shutdown has affected because I didn't get my monthly deposit this month. Wow. Now, I'm not going to peel the onion back too much, Devin. I'm not going to peel it back too much, but I am going to ask, were you prepared? You know, we were just talking about getting to $1 million. Let's just get an emergency fund. Were you financially prepared for something like this to happen? Hey, thank you, JR, for being here. Great live stream. I will see you on your next live stream. Bye for now. Take it easy, my man. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for supporting the channel since I first started. Good night, everyone in the chat. Thank you, man. Have a good evening. And let me do things. So, let me go back up. So this is a person that said they didn't get their payment this month. So I'm curious to wonder. Now, here'll go another tidbit, man. I guess tonight gonna be Tidbit Tuesday. Now I can't say that because your favorite couple used it, and that's something they have for their members. But I was talking to a guy yesterday when I was at Kroger, my favorite place, and he worked in sales, and he was like, "Hey, man, no, he didn't even know what happened. He said, "Hey, man, so what are you I said, "You work in sales?" So he said, "Yeah, how'd you know?" I said, "I could tell, man. I used to work in sales." He said, "Well, what advice would you give me?" I said, "Well, it ain't even sales. I'm gonna give you some life advice. Today your lucky day. But I ain't about to sit here and talk to you all day, but it's your lucky day. If you have $1, save a nickel." He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, don't save 50 cents, don't save a quarter. Don't even go that high. If you have $1, save a nickel, because the chance that you need that nickel, you're not gonna need it. But if you take half of what you have, I don't care what the dollar amount is, and you save it, there's a high probability you're going to need that money unless you really disciplined. And that includes me. So if you have $1,000, don't go put 500 in the bank telling me that this is my savings unless you're really ready. But if I had 1,000, I went and put 50, 20 over there, I might can forget about that. That's just me. I check my account through the EBT app and didn't see my deposit for the next month. Okay, wow, man. Sorry to hear that. I hope it work out for you. I'm trying to get this guest up here because this individual has a lot to offer. Bear with me, y'all. I apologize, but y'all know how I do it. If you ain't never been here, this is how I do it. If you have been here, you know how I do it. All right. YouTube experiment said, "I've been saving for something like this, but thankfully it hasn't affected me. My federal job pays during any government shutdown." Wow, man. Good for you, YouTube experiment. That's kind of how I was being in the military. I remember they was talking about it one time that we wasn't going to get paid. And I was like, well, I guess. I mean, at the time I didn't know what to say. It wasn't as big as this one, though. Nowhere near it. Sorry for Devin and the many more who though affected by this. Yeah, man. And we can't change the past. We can only prepare for the future. We can't predict the future. Can't change the past. We can't predict the future. Uh, EBT is also a way for no non-military. Okay, USPS. Yeah, no, I was saying when I was in the military. Okay, so you're with the United States. Yeah, man, I remember when you first started, when you went on your interview and got hired, man. You still with them. Congratulations, bro. EBT is also a way for spammers to get and steal money. I didn't know that. I know I've heard of people selling them or people buying them, but I didn't know that. I know that I heard of other things like WhatsApp and all that, but I didn't know they use an EBT. Lord have mercy, boy. Dangerous out there, man. They use an EBT with the spammers everywhere, man. Matter of fact, I should open me a company called Get Rid of the Spammers because I know how to get rid of them. I know how to get rid of them, man. But on a serious note, man, as we see here, and I didn't know I was going to segue into this here part, this conversation this long, but that's what you may get when, like I said, when I have something on a thumbnail, just that may be what I'm thinking about. And who knows, when I'm on here an hour talking, I may think about 10 other things. Not saying we're going to talk about, yeah, scammers will steal anything. So if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribe. If you're watching the replay, man, definitely check out the replay. YouTube experiment, thanks. I heard news about experiments trying to steal about $1,500 off an EBT card. Wow. I wonder how they do that though, man. They got don't do. Is it like I'm assuming it's like a debit card where you have a pen. Anyway, well, y'all, we're at the end of the rainbow, man, and all I can say, man, is keep your head on a swivel, man. And when I say this, my heart goes out to anybody that's affected by this shutdown. I say that not because I'm not affected. I'm just not affected right now. But I could easily be affected tomorrow. I never know. So with that being said, I'm going to continue to plan. You haven't heard me talking about taking trips because I'm not taking any trips right now. I don't care if it's points and miles because I'm a firm believer. You can have all the points and miles in the world. You're going to have the points and the miles to get where you're going. You're going to have the points and the miles to stay where you're going to stay at. But you still need that old school dollar to do anything else once you get where you're going. And if it's not gonna, if I come back, I did this when I was 20. I did this when I was 25. I rolled the dice, man. I go hang out all night knowing I ain't there for the next 10 days before I get paid. I ain't gonna have that much money left. I ain't care. I just live for the moment. But if you're not 25 and you know better, we have to do better, people. We have to do better. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Be the Joneses, man. Don't let nobody talk you into nothing that you know is going to affect you, not them. It's going to only affect you when it's all said and done. All right. Devin says, yes, it's like a debit card. I heard from the news to lock the card to protect myself, which is why I always keep my EBT card locked. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they work, Devin, but this is just me. I mean, if I'm way off key, let me know. But this is just how I would do it, just thinking of a debit card. If I had a debit card, and I'm just assuming, I don't know, but if I only use this EBT card when I was getting food at a convenience store or grocery store, I would keep it locked. It's only look Face ID, go to that app, click an unlock button, and it's good. Make my transaction before I even walk out the store, lock that thing up, get in my car, my bicycle, the bus, the taxi, the Uber, whatever transportation I'm using, and roll out. That's how I would do it. That way, I wouldn't walk around if it's already occurred. I wouldn't walk around with my card unlocked, giving scammers and spammers and everybody else the opportunity to get me again. So that's just me. But anyway, y'all, it's been real, man. Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Also, check out tomorrow night, 7:35 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will be your boy Rod. Let me see if I have a thumbnail here. It will be your boy Rod Lisa J stocks. We are going to be talking about simplified investing. Let me pull this up real quick here. And bear with me here. I shouldn't have to do this, but I'm pretty sure I don't. But we are going to be just talking about how we got started with investing and how easy it is. And we did not have a lot of money, neither one of us. We didn't start with no hundreds of thousands or thousands of dollars. So we're going to talk about that. But we're not going to just talk about investments. We want to talk about things you may be doing, things where we can enhance what you're doing that don't even deal with stocks or crypto or anything like that. And what I'm doing right now is, bear with me here. Bear with me here, y'all. Let me pull this up here. Okay. About to pull it up right now. I'm just share it. There it is, right there. The link I don't have the link, and I'm not going to have y'all just sitting here waiting. But if you go to Investing with Rod, you got Lisa, you got myself. Investing Simplified. It is a series that I have over there where we just have everyday people like Lisa and myself talk about how ways of saving money, man. You know, a lot of times, man, believe it or not, right before I started this live, I was watching Wall Street Trapper. Before him, Chris Sane. Before them, Larry Jones. 3 different stock individuals. Just getting more ideas of how I can maximize my money right now, because it is pretty scary. So with that being said, man, hope y'all have a great one. As Devin just said right here, have a nice night. I will be coming at y'all soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, dropping more knowledge. More importantly, showing you how to travel for little or no money out of your pocket. And as always, man, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you will be amongst the stars. I will be coming at you soon, man. And you know how we do this thing, man. I'm trying to find something here. You know how we do it. Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you're going to be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you, man. I can guarantee you. With all that being said, much love, y'all. Peace. And I'll holler.